restoration team leaders, Chuck Hutchison and Dan Ruddy, if they would please stand. They're volunteers, and they've done a ton of work over the last few years spearheading the restoration over the last 3-4 years? 4 or 5. Time flies when you're having fun. I'd also like to introduce our curator, Michael Pittavino. Michael. Michael is our right arm. We're a very tiny staff, and he and I are the 100% of the full-time staff. So, and then we have some part-timers. So could we start the PowerPoint? Basically what I'd like to do is, because you're all new, you haven't had a chance to hear about the city and the H. Lee White Museum's collaboration on restoring the lighthouse and what we've been able to accomplish. Greg is going to pass out at some point the statistics, which you can look over yourself. And if you have any questions, just call me. And you'll see that people come from all over the state, all over the country, and frankly, even from other countries.
Thank you.
So it's really a great impact. And we would like to invite each of you, when we get up and running, we could have a special day just for the council, or whatever you'd like to do, because I know some of you work, that we would accommodate your time frame to get you out there. And actually, Chuck is one of our licensed captains. We have 3 licensed captains, and they're volunteers. So,
I apologize, that file is corrupt. That's on a USB drive.
we have a corrupt USB drive.
If anybody has another copy, I'd be happy to put it on.
Yeah, no, sorry. Okay. So, picture the beautiful Oswego Lighthouse as it is today. Okay. And here we have a bunch of students. We do utilize students. We've utilized, the track team at SUNY Oswego. We've utilized the high school students. Sometimes they've done work, sometimes they do research projects, they do photography courses. The lighthouse is used by the community, not just out-of-town visitors, but we use it for other things as well. One of the things is we had a group out that is part of a grant that the high school got for a ROV program, and it was about $30,000 grant. Part of that grant was to go out to the lighthouse and check it out, and I think Chuck was part of that team that brought the students out. So our own community also gets to experience the lighthouse. We have a brief history of operation. The lighthouse was put on the National Register in the year 2000. The city completed a remediation project in 2012. At the time, the museum, we had volunteers and some staff, I think it was just me, but we were all working with the city at that time with the Community Development Office. The city was able to get a large grant so that we could get rid of the hazardous materials. We could not allow volunteers to go in there and do any sort of work, certainly not the public, without the hazardous materials to be removed. The city has the clout to get big grants, but when the grant people are awarding, they love to see collaborations within the community. So the city and the museum working together. The H. Lee White Museum completes the exterior restoration, and a security report is developed in 2015. The exterior of the lighthouse is completed above the caisson. Caisson is the base that the lighthouse is on. In 2009, sorry, Michael. In 2009, I'm backtracking a tiny bit. Lighthouse was acquired by the city of Oswego. How was that done? That's because Mayor Randy Bateman, who was a counselor, if you recall, if you know your city history, he became the mayor, and he was the deciding vote in whether or not the city would obtain the lighthouse. And that has transformed the last many, many years. We didn't have a lot that we could do at that time because we didn't have a team that was really able to do things. But we had this gentleman who came from Maine, and he worked on the Rockland, Maine Lighthouse, and he said, you guys can restore this building, this lighthouse, and you can open it up to the public. Because that's what we did in our little not-for-profit group, and we'll show you how to do that. And Ted Panyatov worked with us for quite a few years to do that. In 2014, the Maritime Museum leased the site from the city so we could start the restoration progress. As you all know, city government moves a little slow. And so once you were able to lease to us, we could get things moving, we could get things rolling, we could get teams of people out there to do the work that they did out there. In 2016 was our first time to have lighthouse tours. One of our trustees went to the Syracuse Boat Show and begged somebody for kind of a decrepit, but it worked, a pontoon boat. And we spruced it up a little bit. We put some handmade benches in there, and that was the beginning of our lighthouse boat tours. And he was able to get us a trailer as well. So that was, I think, Kevin, you remember that boat. So, and then a few years later, we were able to purchase our tour boat, which actually has a nice little roof overhead and all that kind of stuff. I want to go back to 2018 when the exterior of the Oswego Lighthouse was completed above the caisson. That was, again, a collaboration with the city, providing about, I feel like it was $40,000. And then Will Barkley provided another $100,000 because we had to hire basically, and this is because of Dan's a retired engineer, his connections with people who do bridge work. Because basically the lighthouse is a metal bridge just in a building form. And so because of all our great expertise, we were able to get a company. They came. They were used to hanging off of the side of the buildings over the water. Didn't bother them a bit. They had the insurance too, John. So we were covered. But that's how we were able to have the lighthouse. Some of you might remember it was an eyesore, right? It looked pretty bad. The roof was leaking. And that work, that collaboration made it possible for what you see today. And again, I'm sorry you don't see our pictures. I can leave this and you can kind of glance at it. Michael said that we could also email you, if you're interested, the photos as well. So when you have this beautiful beacon of light now, right? This representation of our city of Oswego. You see the image of the lighthouse all over, on buses, on businesses, everywhere downtown. Excuse me. So anyway, let's see, I can't miss anything. We have redone this year. Not only did we refinish the rooms, we worked on the kitchen. We actually put some period furniture in there so you can visualize what the people who worked there, the Coast Guardsmen that worked there, what their daily life was like. Okay? So let's see. Okay, so I've given you, I won't forget, Michael, I promise. So I've given you kind of a little spiel about, you know, how we run. We run out of Wright's Landing. We fill up our gas tanks with Wright's Landing fuel. And then at night, because the Port Authority completed the Global Dry Dock Marina, we tucker in at night into the port's marina. So that means we don't take up a lot of space in Wright's Landing, because you know that is a busy, busy place. So we have had, when you get a chance, you will see, we have people who come from all over. If you ever have been on a lighthouse tour, there are certain kinds of folks, and we call them lighthouse enthusiasts, and they will travel all over to see a lighthouse, especially one that's never been open to the public before. They have a passport book, and they're stamped, and they will have hundreds of stamps of lighthouses. And we have an official stamp from the U.S. Lighthouse Society. And they go on vacations. I mean, it's really quite a tourism attraction for our community. Again, you can see the international folks. You'll see how many people from Oswego and Fulton, and a lot of New York State people. We also bring in the media and the tourism departments. Again, I said students and other staff, and that's, you know, the kind of folks that actually come out. If you look at our visitation for this past year, it's a little bit down from last year, because the year before, 2024, the New York State County Treasurers Association came to the city. And so we had 80 plus people that went out to the lighthouse. We were able to manage that with our 2 boats and also utilizing some charter fishermen's boats. And we were able to get all those people out to the lighthouse for a one-of-a-kind experience, right? We're kind of take it for granted, but it's really an amazing experience. So what Michael wants to make sure I mention to you is the bottom of the lighthouse. It sits on this concrete pedestal. That is called a caisson, okay? And the caisson is cracking, and we've done patch jobs, but it's not good enough. It needs a professional job done. And so we are gonna be looking to collaborate with the city so we can find a major grant that will help bring in the professionals to fix that. Because the patching is not, you know, the base of anything is very, very important. Again, I will hand this to you and pass it on. You'll see our boats. And do you have any questions?
Go ahead.
Yeah, anybody have any questions in the council? Yeah, Counselor?
What is the estimate on the cost of repairs?
For that particular thing, we have to get, we need permission to even look. We have to go find out. Michael, we don't have an estimate, right?
We have an old one from 2015 that was at $500,000.
Okay, so 2015, $500,000. What we've done is we get grants, okay? So it's not a, hey, we're gonna ask you for $500,000, okay? So we try to get it in different ways, and that's one of the things and actually Michael is extremely good at, but you can't have him. He's ours. Dan, do you have anything you wanted to add?
Counselor Meyer has a question for you,
Oh, I'm
Mercedes.
so sorry.
When we repair that caisson, how much of the break wall is that going to entail also? Is that going to entail repair on the break wall itself? Is the
The-
break wall the base of that caisson? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the caisson, the break wall's been repaired. That has been what the Army Corps of Engineer has been doing for the last 3 summers, is to shore up the break wall, not just around by the lighthouse, but all the way west. And they also, years ago, did work on the piece that's kind of slanty. That's a technical term. That's I don't know, an engineer term. But if you look out, you know, they look like old-fashioned jacks. Those kind of funny-looking shaped things. That's to Dolos. Thank you. See, our guys know their stuff, I'm telling you. But they were put out there over several seasons, and that was to protect the harbor, frankly, so that we can continue with shipping and charter fishing and all that stuff. So,
Thank you.
very good questions, and we're happy to answer.
Yes,
What
Counselor?
is the cost associated with it? You have non-paying guests and paying guests, so what is the cost associated with
Yes,
it?
so we have not increased the ticket price for a number of years, especially with COVID and everything. We kept it all the same. It's $35 a ticket. Now, if you were on top of things for 13126 day, you could have gotten your ticket for $26. We sold a few boatloads that day.
No pun
So
intended.
it's $35, which is a typical.
Counselor Fitzsimmons?
When does the tour start? How do you book a tour?
Yes.
And tell me how that all works.
So usually the third week of June, it starts on a Friday and a Saturday. And then in July, we add Thursdays and August. So August and July are Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. And we do Harborfest Sunday. And then in September we're back to Friday, Saturdays. The way you book it is you just go onto our website. We use a booking system for tickets for boat tours called Fair Harbor, and it's very easy to book. And if anyone has a problem, you just call us and we'll help you do it.
I can
And-
say that, I've taken the tour several times over the past 10 years. It
Yes.
seems like every time family comes to Oswego that hasn't been here in a while, we bring them out to the lighthouse.
Yes.
And I can tell you, it is an amazing experience when you go to the very top and you turn and you look at our city. It's a view that I've never seen because I wasn't a boater, but to see our community from that vantage point and to see all the work you've done over the past 10 years, it is amazing. So I
Yes.
encourage anybody who can to take that trip. Getting off the boat and on the boat, or off the boat onto the caisson is improved over the years. I know early on it was
Yes.
it was a little tricky.
It was a lot tricky. I've been going back through our timeline, and we had something we called a catapult. And I won't describe it because it was kind of a scary thing that some volunteers put together, that you had to roll back and forth to get out to where the boat was, and so people could get off. I do want to mention, though, the $35 includes free admission to the Maritime Museum and 10% off in the gift shop, and the museum is $12 a ticket at this time.
Very
So
good.
it's a great
Any other
deal.
questions for Mercedes at this point? You went over your 15-minute limit, or
I know,
5-minute
I'm
limit.
sorry.
But that's okay. It was for a good cause.
We'll be back on something else there, Mayor, I'm sure.
No worries. You come back anytime you want.
But please, the invitation, we will be contacting you as the season comes around, and, we'll set up a time. Have you been out there, Tim? Okay, good. So, it's a beautiful experience, and as Mayor said, seeing our community from the water and looking back, it just really, it gives me goosebumps. I have some goosebumps right now. So, all right, we'll see you in the good weather. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She was the only one signed up. Again, I'll ask, is there anybody else that would like to speak during public session? If not, we will close public session. And we will go right to Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please call the roll.
It's on to the mayor.
Here.
Councilor Kennedy.
Here.
Councilor Ashline.
He's excused.
Councilor Lautensack.
Here.
Councilor Fitzgibbons. Here. Councilor Meyer.
Here.
Councilor Plunkett. Here. Councilor Thompson.
Here.
6 present, 1 excused.
Thank you. I only have a couple items under the mayor's report I wanted to share. Number one, the Oswego Police Department will hold an information session on Monday, March 2nd at 6 p.m. at the City of Oswego Downtown Visitor Center located at 201 West 1st Street, right across the street. This session is for anyone thinking about a career in law enforcement. It's a great opportunity to learn what the job really is like and to ask questions of the police officers that are there. So again, that's 6 o'clock a week from today. And you probably can't make this meeting next week, but That's okay. This one starts at 6:30. So that was the first item. And I see our police chief is in the audience. Will you be there, Chief? There and here. Okay, good to hear. The second item I have under the mayor's report is I thought this is not the most important thing to talk about, but I did want to share that it was a great weekend for hockey fans in Oswego, New York this weekend. On Friday night, the Oswego Lakers hockey team defeated Fredonia Blue Devils 4-0, and on Saturday they defeated the Buffalo State Bengals 6-1. My wife and my son and I were there, and we enjoyed it thoroughly, and it was a thrilling game, both of them. Then on Sunday, I think, unless you were in a cave over the past weekend, you probably heard that the USA hockey team defeated Canada 2-1 for the gold medal. So I think congratulations to you, to the U.S. team, and to all the Olympians. A round of applause, please. That is the mayor's report for tonight. We're going to go right into the next item that I have on the agenda is my State of the City report. This is something that's required by the charter, and I will attempt to read the minutes here. I need a drink, though. Okay, tonight I am honored to deliver my third State of the City address. I am proud to report that the state of the city is strong. This evening offers us a chance to reflect on the progress we made in 2025 and to look ahead with purpose, determination, and optimism. The story of Oswego continues to be one of resilience, collaboration, and steady progress built by the hands and hearts of the people who call this community home. This past year brought meaningful achievements across our city. We strengthened our infrastructure, expanded opportunities for residents and visitors, and continued building a foundation for long-term growth. One of the most significant developments was the continued progress on the Lake Ontario National Marine Sanctuary that Mercedes mentioned. This was designated in 2024. Throughout last year, the Sanctuary Advisory Council, on which I proudly serve, advanced planning, coordination, and community engagement. This initiative is more than a federal designation. It's a generational opportunity to elevate Oswego's maritime heritage, expand educational partnerships, and attract new tourism and research activity to our waterfront. That momentum was further reinforced by the exciting announcement that American Cruise Lines will include Oswego on 4 new 9-day cruises beginning in May of 2026. This recognition is no accident. It reflects more than a decade of investment, planning, and community pride that has transformed Oswego into a year-round destination. Our waterfront, our history, and our people are being noticed on national and international stages. None of this would have been possible without the millions of dollars of grant funds invested in our waterfront, including the William S. Cahill Pier and Wrights Landing Marina. Across all departments in 2025, it was a year of strong performances. Our public safety teams, police and fire, continue to protect and serve with professionalism. Public Works advanced critical maintenance and infrastructure improvements. Our parks and events programs brought families together and strengthened community spirit. And our administrative teams ensured that city operations remained transparent, accountable, and responsive. My administration was also highly successful in securing grant funding this year, reducing the burden on taxpayers while improving our community. In 2025, we received over $12 million in grant awards. I thought I'd list a few of them right here. We earned $13,000 from Homeland Security for security upgrades, $72,000 from the HUD Rental Assistance Program, $58,000 to digitize the vital records in the city clerk's office, $156,000 for traffic and safety equipment upgrades, $775,000 for the Ponzi Building renovation project, $6 million for the lead service line replacement project, $5 million for the Ellen Street water tank replacement project. Our community has garnered millions of dollars in grants over the past decade, and my administration will continue to aggressively pursue grants for water, sewer, infrastructure, and quality of life improvements throughout 2026. At this time, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to the more than 300 dedicated city employees whose work makes these accomplishments possible. Your commitment is the backbone of our success, and we are fortunate to have people who make a difference in our lives every day. The Department of Public Works handles everything from water main breaks and snow plowing to sidewalk replacement to building maintenance to park care and fall leaf collection. In fact, they had a water main break this morning on Erie Street, and they're doing another water main break tomorrow on Water Street. That work never seems to end. Waste and water treatment personnel operate 24 hours a day to provide services to our residents without much recognition or notoriety. And remember, every time you turn that faucet on, 99.9% of the time, the water comes out. That is highly reliable, and we are so lucky to have people who are so passionate about doing that work. The men and women of our fire and police departments risk their lives to keep us safe 365 days a year. And to the staff of City Hall, code enforcement, engineering, personnel, assessor, clerk's office, IT, purchasing, and Chamberlain's office, thank you for your professionalism and your dedication. It is a privilege to work alongside you in this historic building every single day. Not to mention animal control, high dam, community development, rental assistance, who all contribute to the city's success. We are a team here at the City of Oswego, 300 strong. Our progress is also strengthened by the many community groups and individuals who care deeply about Oswego. Neighborhoods continue to improve as homeowners invest in their properties. Programs like the Oswego Renaissance Association have, since 2013, inspired and incentivized residents to landscape, paint, and renovate homes across the city. Community partners like the YMCA, Sunrise Rotary, Harborfest, SUNY Oswego, Zonta, the Veterans Council, the Greater Oswego Fulton Chamber of Commerce, the Hibernians, Super Dirt Week, H. Lee White Maritime Museum, and the Oswego County Land Bank all contribute to the vibrancy and quality of life in our community. To each of you, thank you. As we enter into 2026, we welcome 6 new members to the council. This transition brings fresh perspectives, new energy, and a shared desire to move Oswego forward. The year ahead will require teamwork, thoughtful planning, and a willingness to make responsible decisions, even when they are difficult. We will not always agree between each other or between you, and that is healthy in a representative government. What matters is that we remain committed to respectful dialogue, fact-based decision-making, compromise when needed, and the shared goal of serving the people of Oswego. Looking ahead, number 1, strengthening our financial foundation. We will continue the work of stabilizing the Sewer Enterprise Fund and ensuring long-term sustainability for essential infrastructure. Responsible fiscal management is not optional. It is the cornerstone of good government. I presented a 2026 budget to the previous council with a 0 tax increase. No small feat given rising costs across the board. Sales tax revenue, our largest source of income, has shown strong growth for more than a decade, reflecting the resilience of our local economy. Major employers such as SUNY Oswego, Novelis, Oswego Health, National Grid, and Constellation provide a stable economic foundation that supports the city's credit worthiness. But let us not forget the small businesses that are the backbone of our country also play a critical role in the success of our community. The City of Oswego continues to maintain a strong investment-grade credit profile and bond rating, reflecting a decade of robust financial management. Strategic capital planning and healthy fund balances remain critical factors evaluated by rating services such as Moody's and Standard & Poor's. We must continue these practices to ensure financial strength and favorable borrowing rates. Maintaining a strong financial footing for our city is important, but also helping our citizens who need assistance. City Assessor Hill recently proposed expanding the existing real property tax exemption for senior citizens who meet income-eligible requirements from 50% to 65%. This amendment to the city's tax code is on tonight's agenda, and I hope you will pass it, councilors, to help lighten the burden of our seniors. I'm also pleased to report that Governor Hochul recently announced a $100 million increase in temporary municipal assistance for cities, towns, and villages across New York State. Oswego will receive an additional $854,085 as part of this initiative. And I want to thank the governor for her leadership and our state representatives, Assemblyman Will Barkley and State Senator Chris Ryan, for their support of this critical funding, not just for our community, but for all the communities in New York State. I'm working closely with our department heads now to finalize the city's 5-year capital improvement plan, which will guide strategic investments in roads, facilities, equipment, and public spaces. These projects are more than budget lines. They are commitments to safety, efficiency, and quality of life. The full plan will be released next month, and with the construction beginning for Micron recently, it is very important that we invest in projects that will address the needs of our residents today and will attract new residents and businesses in the future. Under the tourism and waterfront category, with the Marine Sanctuary, which was mentioned earlier, and our new partnership with American Cruise Lines taking shape in 2026, this will be a pivotal year in the strengthening Oswego's identity as a premier waterfront destination. We will continue enhancing public access, promoting our history, and supporting the local businesses that benefit from increased visitations. Over the past decade, Oswego has seen a steady influx of visitors drawn by baseball and softball tournaments at Legends Fields, world-class fishing, ice hockey tournaments, Super Dirt Week, Harborfest, the Oswego Speedway, our museums, and the many unique shops and restaurants downtown. Oswego is no longer a place to travel through. It is now a destination. This year, we will add an exciting new event to that list. The Executive Committee of Lake Ontario Sanctuary Advisory Council has been working to launch Lake Ontario's first international film festival right here in Oswego, New York. The festival will take place on April 2nd at 6 p.m. at the Lake Ontario Event and Convention Center. This event will highlight both the sanctuary and the films themselves, and it will shine a spotlight on our entire community. More details will be shared as they become available, as the committee is still working those out. Under accessibility and inclusion category, this year's streets paving program will invest more than $1 million in roadway improvements, including ADA enhancements to ensure accessibility for residents with special needs. We will also continue our longstanding commitment to sidewalk replacement and investing approximately $100,000 to make Oswego an increasingly walkable community. This work has been ongoing for more than a decade, and while we have made significant progress, there is still more sidewalks and roads to fix. Under the category of transparency in government, work has been going on for several months to update and improve the city's website. I'm happy to share that we are on schedule to release our new website by April, and this has taken 6 months to get to this point. Much work has been done by our IT personnel, communication specialists, and department heads to create an efficient and easy way for visitors to obtain information about city government. In addition, TextMyGov and Text Alert programs provide alternate ways for residents to ask questions or to receive important and timely information, like water main breaks or safety concerns. I encourage everyone to opt in to the Text Alert program, which we actually used this past weekend to inform residents about the dangerous road conditions caused by the ice. Instructions to sign up are on the city website at www.oswegony.gov. Oswego's strength has always come from its people, from families who have lived here for generations to the newcomers who choose to make this city their home. We are a community that works hard, looks out for one another, and takes pride in our history and our heritage. That pride was on full display during the 13126 Day celebration on January 31st. More than 45 businesses, several museums, SUNY Oswego, and countless individuals came together to celebrate our community. The drone show, sponsored by IBEW Local 43, Siemens, CNS Engineers, and Scriba Electric, capped off the day with an extraordinary visual tribute to Oswego. It was amazing. It was a powerful reminder of who we are and what we can accomplish together. In 2026, we will continue to host the events that bring our community together, including St. Patrick's Day Parade on March 7th, Sunset Concert Series at Brightbeck Park, Veteran Stage Summer Concert Series, the Market Street Square Concert Series, the Independence Day and Block Party on Sunday, July 5th, Tiki Boat Sunset Tours, the Creepy Crawl in October, and of course, how can we forget a family favorite, the annual tree lighting and fireworks to cap off the evening. In closing, we have much to be proud of, but we also have much more to do. Let us continue building on the momentum we have created over the past decade. Let us approach challenges with honesty, creativity, and cooperation. And let us remember that progress is never the work of one person or one office. It is the work of a community united by a shared belief in its future. The state of our city is strong. Our opportunities are real. And together, we will continue to make Oswego a great place to live, work, visit, and raise a family. Thank you, and may we all have a very productive and successful year ahead. Thank you. We'll proceed to the meeting. Please call Resolution 45.
Approved minutes, Common Council meeting held February 9th, 2026.
Councilor Plunkett, Councilor Lautensack. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons. Yes. Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 46.
Approved use of public space, Anthony Pauldine, owner of commercial property located at 39 East Oneida Street, in order to install 11 diagonal parking spaces.
Can I have a motion?
Could I make a comment?
Oh, yes. Well, usually we ask for a motion, then ask for a comment.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go
Can I have a motion? Councilor Thompson, Councilor Meyer, are there any comments?
Yes. First, Mr. Pauldine has done great work throughout the city, rehabbing many buildings that have been fallen apart, so I'm sure he's going to do a great job with this building, and I really do appreciate that. A few years ago, this came in front of the council to add 10 parking spots. And there were a lot of concerns with snow removal, traffic, and I'm not sure if adding 11 spots is really addressing those concerns. So I just want to make that known that there are still legit concerns related to this resolution, not the work that's going to be done with the building, but just the parking spots.
All right, very good. Anybody else? Yes, Councilor Kennedy.
So, as our community continues to take part in the national conversation, and with that in mind, I just want the record to reflect the importance of maintaining city flexibility when allocating public space, and that we remain mindful of the broader parking and operational impacts in this corridor, given its proximity to county facilities and Washington Square Park.
All right, thank you. Anybody else? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
No.
Counselor Kennedy.
Abstain.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons. Yes. Resolution passes 5-1-1.
All right, call Resolution 47.
Approve use of public space, Oswego County Federal Credit Union, in order to host a children's Easter egg hunt in Washington Square Park on Saturday, March 28th, 2026.
Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Lautensack. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons. Yes. Resolution passes 601.
Point of order.
Yes.
May I have a point of order? I believe that vote was 4 in favor, 1 against, and 1 abstaining.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Counselor. Call Resolution 48.
Approve use of public space, Garrett Dunsmore Memorial Foundation, in order to host the Garrett Dunsmore Memorial Foundation Basketball Tournament at Brightbeck Park on Sunday, June 7th, 2026.
Counselor Kennedy, Counselor Lautensack. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons. Yes. Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 49.
Approve use of public space, Oswego Harbor Fest, in order to host 2026 Oswego Harbor Fest from Thursday, July 23rd to Sunday, July 26th, 2026.
Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Thompson. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons. Yes. Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 50.
Approve change of zone for property located at 30 Buyer Road from a TN2 traditional neighborhood 2 to PD plan development zoning regarding petition by Dan Lupa.
Counselor Thompson, Counselor Kennedy. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons. Yes. Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 51.
Approve local law number 1 of the year 2026, a local law amending provisions of Chapter 224 taxation of the Code of the City of Oswego, New York.
Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Thompson. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons. Yes. Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 52.
Declare proposed lead pipe water service replacement project as a Type 2 action in accordance with New York State codes, rules, and regulations.
Counselor Meyer, Counselor Lautensack. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons. Yes. Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 53.
Declare operable unit number 1 soil covered rehabilitation and restoration project as a Type 2 action in accordance with New York codes, rules, and regulations.
Counselor Thompson, Counselor Plunkett. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons. Yes. Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 54.
Delegate Bell Atlantic Mobile Systems LLC application to co-locate wireless telecommunications antenna to Planning Board for their review and approval.
Counselor Lautensack, Counselor Kennedy. Comments? Yes, Counselor.
The committee mentioned that the increased value and the rental income that the capital improvement be made on that antenna be looked at from the assessor's point of view and from a fair value for the increased improvement they make to the property. And that was commented and I'm sure you all of that. So I think that's more value for our assessment base.
Well, we're in luck. The city assessor is here, so he's hearing your comments. All right. Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 55.
Authorize mayor to execute amendments to Town of Oswego sewer use agreement.
Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Meyer. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons.
Yes.
Resolution passes 601.
Call Resolution 56.
Authorize mayor to execute amendment number 5 with CNS Companies Beautification and Safety Improvement Route 48 Corridor Project Phase 2, final design services, and further authorize the city chamberlain to advance funds for same.
Counselor Kennedy, Counselor Meyer. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons.
Yes.
Resolution passes 6-0-1.
Please call Resolution 57.
Authorize mayor to execute change order number 6 in the amount of $37,127.24 with Riffenberg Construction Incorporated for costs associated with the West First Street Safety Improvement Project.
Counselor Plunkett, Counselor Meyer. Comments? Yes, Counselor.
When this resolution came to committee, and it was at $269,000 for this change to this contract, the hard work and the good work of our interim engineer, John Trimble, and his staff, after a review, has made a very favorable correction to fairly compensate the contractor, but obviously for a number significantly less than $269,000. So I want to make sure that we make note of the good hard work of John Tremble and others in the engineering office, because that was money that they found and worked on behalf of the city.
Yes, it was. Anybody else? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons.
Yes.
Resolution passes 6-0-1.
Call Resolution 58.
Authorize City Chamberlain to complete a budget amendment to the code enforcement equipment count in the amount of $18,336 for one code enforcement vehicle.
Counselor Lautensack, Counselor Plunkett. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett.
Yes.
Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons.
Yes.
Resolution passes 6-0-1.
That was the last item on the agenda. Is there any unfinished business? Yes,
I
Counselor.
don't know if it's bad, I'd like to make a comment. I'd like to thank Dan and John from the wastewater treatment plants for all their information. It was very valuable. It was educational, and I appreciate the time they spent.
All right. Thank you. Anybody else? Seeing none, can I have a motion to adjourn? Counselor Thompson, Counselor Kennedy. Please call the roll.
Counselor Meyer.
Yes.
Counselor Plunkett. Yes. Counselor Thompson.
Yes.
Counselor Kennedy.
Yes.
Counselor Lautensack.
Yes.
Counselor Fitzgibbons.
Yes.
Resolution passes 6-0-1.